Lesson 9: Artificial Intelligence. Artificial intelligence (AI) is a cutting-edge technology that enables machines to mimic human intelligence, learning, and problem-solving capabilities. It encompasses algorithms, data analytics, and machine learning to enhance automation, decision-making, and efficiency across various industries. Children will be able to identify applications of AI in various fields, learn about advantages and disadvantages of AI, understand the 3 domains of AI technology. Neha: Hello Tia, my mom gave me Alexa yesterday on my birthday. Tia: Oh wow, that's cool. I have heard about this, but I don't know how it works. Neha: You just say Alexa and then ask your question or give a command. It's like having a conversation with a robot. Tia: Superb! What else can it do? Neha: Well, it can set timers, answer your questions, and even tell jokes. Tia: Which technology does it use? Neha: Alexa is one of the wonderful applications of AI. It uses voice recognition to understand what you are saying. Tia: Let us learn more about AI technologies. Artificial Intelligence. Artificial intelligence (AI) is a technique for teaching a computer, a robot, or a product to function intelligently like a human. Artificial intelligence (AI) is the study of how the human brain functions while attempting to solve issues. AI seeks to enhance computer abilities that are connected to human understanding, such as problem solving, learning, and reasoning. Artificial intelligence encompasses a wide range of fields, including machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, and many others. Artificial: Technique that enables computers and machines to mimic human intelligence using logic. Machine: A subset of AI that includes statistical techniques and enables machines to improve at tasks. Deep: Subset of machine learning composed of algorithm permitting software to train itself to perform. Uses of artificial intelligence in our everyday life. AI is a trending technology, and like other popular technologies like television and the internet, its popularity is increasing day by day. There are various AI technologies that we are currently using in our everyday life. Google Search Engine. Google is a search engine widely used for searching information on the internet. While entering the text in the search box, you must have observed that you get to see some search-related suggestions. Google Search Engine makes use of AI for suggesting relevant search topics. Alexa. Alexa is one of the devices that is gaining immense popularity among users and is becoming a household gadget. Alexa uses NLP, natural language processing, to interpret voice commands and converts them into text commands and routes that interpreted command to the cloud service. Gmail. Gmail uses AI to filter your emails into different categories like personal, primary, social, promotion, forums, spam, etc. AI working in the background scans the mails received in your account and transfers an email into the correct folder category. Advantages and disadvantages of AI. Advantages of AI: Reducing human mistakes. Better human workflows are discovered. Employing AI in high-risk circumstances. 24/7 availability. Disadvantages of AI: High production costs, making humans lazy, rise in unemployment, lacking the skills to innovate. AI domains. In general, a domain is an area of control or a sphere of knowledge. The 3 domains of AI are data science, computer vision, natural language processing, NLP. Data science. Data science is the field of study that combines domain expertise, programming skills, and knowledge of mathematics and statistics to extract meaningful insights from data, such as identification and prediction of disease. For example, detection of frauds, healthcare recommendations, etc. Computer vision. Computer vision is a field of artificial intelligence, AI, that enables computers and systems to derive meaningful information from digital images, videos, and other visual inputs and take actions or make recommendations based on that information. For example, self-driving cars, Google Translate app, facial recognition, etc. Natural language processing. Natural language processing helps computers communicate with humans in their own language and scales other language-related tasks. Best known example of NLP, smart assistants such as Siri, Alexa, and Cortana have become increasingly integrated into our lives. Flashback. AI is a technique to teaching a computer to work like a human. Google search engine is widely used for searching information. Alexa uses NLP to interpret voice commands. Gmail uses AI to filter the emails. 3 domains of AI are data science, computer vision, and natural language processing. Lesson 1. Evolution of computers. The evolution of computers is a fascinating journey that spans over several decades. The development of computers can be divided into several key generations, each marked by significant technological advancements. Children will be able to understand and learn about early calculating devices, learn about the first electromechanical computer and electronic computer, understand about different generations of computers. Neha. Hi Tia, do you know about computers and how they have changed over the time? Tia. Not really, Neha. I use my computer for games and homework, but I don't know how it all started. Neha. Well, let me tell you in a simple way. Computers have evolved a lot, just like how we grow over time. Tia. Really? How? Neha. Imagine our grandparents' time. They had big, heavy computers that filled entire rooms. Tia. Wow, that sounds so different from my laptop. Neha. Yes, and these computers were not meant for regular people. They were only for big companies and scientists. Tia. But how did we get from those big computers to our small ones? Neha. That's where the generations of computers come in. And they kept getting even smaller and more powerful over time. Tia. Thanks, Neha. I want to learn more about them. Neha. Sure, Tia. Let's get started. Computers are used in almost all the places nowadays. Over the years, computers have gone through many changes in their size, speed, appearance, and technologies. A computer is a device that can do calculations very fast and in an accurate manner. Let us learn about the evolution of computers. Evolution of computers. The term computer came from the word compute, which means to count or to calculate. The early men used their fingers, stones, and bones to count. The limitations of the human body's 10 fingers and 10 toes apparently caused the early man to develop a tool to help with calculations. Early counting devices. Abacus, first calculating device. Almost 5,000 years ago, the counting frame was developed. This was commonly known as the abacus. This device had rods and beads in it and was the first calculating device made. It was used to count numbers. It is still used in some parts of Asia and Africa. Pascaline adding machine. In 1642, Blaise Pascal invented the machine named arithmetic. This machine was commonly known as Pascal's adding machine, Pascaline or numerical wheel calculator. This machine had 8 movable dials. This machine was used to do only addition and subtraction. Therefore, it was not very popular. Leibniz's Tape-Rechner. In 1672, Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz invented the stepped Rechner. This was commonly referred to as the Leibniz calculating machine. It could perform all 4 arithmetic operations. Charles Babbage Analytical Engine. In 1822, Charles Babbage proposed a device called the difference engine. In 1837, Charles Babbage further worked upon the difference engine and developed the analytical engine. Fact Corner. Charles Babbage is known as the father of computers. This is because of the analytical engine. Lady Ada Lovelace's program. Ada Lovelace has been called the world's first computer programmer. She wrote the world's first machine algorithm for an early computing machine that existed only on paper. Hermann Hollerith's tabulating machine. In 1887, a statistician called Hermann Hollerith developed the tabulating machine. This machine used the punch cards. Today, punched cards are also used in some voting machines. Generations of computers. After the analytical engine was developed, work started happening on the modern-day computer, and slowly through generations, the modern-day computer was developed. It took 5 generations for the computer to reach the status of the modern-day computer that we see today. First generation, 1940 to 1956. The first generation of computers came into being in the period of 1940 to 1956. These computers used vacuum tubes for circuitry and magnetic drums for memory. They were so huge that they would take up an entire room. These computers relied on machine language. UNIVAC and ENIAC computers are the examples of first-generation computing devices. They were very expensive to operate and generated a lot of heat. Second generation, 1956 to 1963. In this generation, vacuum tubes were replaced by transistors and became more reliable than the first generation of computers. The second generation of computers also relied on punched cards for input and paper tapes for output. They moved from cryptic binary machine language to symbolic or assembly languages, which allowed programmers to specify instructions in words. High-level programming languages were also being developed at this time, such as early versions of COBOL and Fortran. Fact Corner. The first computers of the second generation were developed for the atomic energy industry. Third generation, 1964 to 1971. This generation of computer used integrated circuits, ICs. With the use of ICs, these computers became reliable, generate less heat. These computers were small in size, fast, and very less maintenance was required. Fourth generation, 1971 to 1980. The fourth generation computers are based on very large-scale integrated circuits called microprocessors. These computers can share storage space, data, and other resources with each other. These computers are cheapest among all other generations. IBM PC and Apple Macintosh are examples of fourth generation computers. Lesson 5. Excel 2016. Editing the cell contents. Microsoft Excel is a powerful spreadsheet software application that is commonly used to enter and store data. You can perform a wide variety of calculations, from basic arithmetic to complex statistical and financial calculations on the data. Children will be able to learn selection in a worksheet, undo and redo commands, inserting cells, rows, and columns, deleting cells, rows, and columns, moving the cell contents, autofill. Neha. Hi Tia. Do you know that a worksheet in Excel is composed of cells? We can do a lot of things with them. Tia. Yes, I know. What can we do with them? Neha. We can add numbers in the cells to do math like addition or subtraction. Tia, that sounds handy. What else? Neha, you can also make words bold, italic, or change the color. Tia, how do we do that? Tia, that's cool. What if I make a mistake? Neha, don't worry, Tia. If you make a mistake, you can just click on the cell and change what's inside. Tia, thanks, Neha. I am eagerly waiting to learn more about it. Neha, sure, Tia. Let's begin. Selection in a worksheet. Selection means making a part or parts of the worksheet active. You can select cells, groups of cells, rows, columns, etc. Selecting a cell. To select a cell in the worksheet, click on the desired cell. A thick border will appear around the cell. This cell is also known as an active cell. Selecting adjacent cells. To select adjacent cells, follow the given steps. 1. Click on the upper leftmost cell in the cell range. 2. Press and drag the mouse pointer to the lower rightmost cell in the range. The range of cells will be selected. Or, click on the first cells and pressing the Shift key, click on the last cell in the range. The range of cells will be selected. Selecting non-adjacent cells. To select non-adjacent cells, follow the given steps. 1. Select the first cell in the range. 2. Press Ctrl key and click on the other cells that are to be selected. Selecting an entire column or row. To select an entire column or row, follow the given steps. Click on the column header or row number to select a single column or row respectively. For example, click on the column number B if you want to select the column B. Entering date and time. To insert a static date or time into an Excel cell, follow the given steps. To insert the current date, press Ctrl plus semicolon. To insert the current time, press Ctrl plus Shift plus semicolon. To insert the current date and time, press Ctrl plus semicolon, then press space, and then press Ctrl plus Shift plus semicolon. Changing the cell contents. To change the contents of a cell, follow the given steps. 1. Double-click on the desired cell to change the contents of the cell. The insertion point will blink in the cell. 2. Place the pointer at the desired place and change the contents accordingly. 3. Press the Enter key after editing the content. Undo and redo commands. Like in MS Word, undo and redo commands are present in the Quick Access toolbar. Undo command is used when you want to cancel the last steps you performed in the worksheet. Redo command is used to repeat the last step you performed in the worksheet. Fact Corner. The shortcut keys for cut, copy, paste, undo and redo commands are Ctrl plus X, Ctrl plus C, Ctrl plus V, Ctrl plus Z, and Ctrl plus Y respectively. Inserting cells, rows, and columns. In Excel, you can add cells, rows, and columns whenever you require. To insert cells, rows, and columns in a worksheet, follow the given steps. 1. Select the cell. 2. Click on the Home tab. 3. Click on the Insert option drop-down arrow present in the Cells group. A list will appear having 4 sub-options. Insert cells, Insert sheet rows, Insert sheet columns, Insert sheet. 4. Select either of these options according to your requirement. Deleting cells, rows, and columns. Delete means to subtract. In Excel, you can remove cells, rows, and columns whenever you require. To delete the cells, rows, and columns, follow the given steps. 1. Select the cell. 2. Click on the Home tab. 3. Click on the Delete option drop-down arrow present in the Cells group. A list will appear having following sub-options. delete cells, delete sheet rows, delete sheet columns, delete sheet. 4. Click on Delete Cells option. It will display a delete dialog box. Then choose the required option and click OK. Moving cell contents. In Excel, you can move the data from one cell to another with the help of Cut, Copy and Paste command. Cut and Paste command. Cut command is used to move text from one cell to another cell in the same worksheet or in another worksheet. To use the cut command, follow the given steps. 1. Select the desired cell or range of cells. 2. Click on the Home tab. 3. Click on the Cut option present in the clipboard group. The content of selected cells will be deleted. To paste the deleted content to another location, select the desired cell and click on Paste option present on the clipboard group. Copy and Paste command. Copy command is used when you want to duplicate the cell contents in the same worksheet or in another worksheet. To use the copy command, follow the given steps. 1. Select the cell or range of cells to be copied. 2. Click on the Home tab. 3. Click on the Copy option in the clipboard group. Select the cell in which you want the contents to appear. 4. Click on the Paste option present in the clipboard group. Clearing the cell contents. In Excel, you can clear the cell by deleting the matter or data of the cell. To delete the contents of a cell, follow the given steps. 1. Click on the Home tab. 2. Click on the Clear option drop-down arrow present in the editing group. 3. Select the Clear Contents option from the drop-down list. The contents will be deleted. Or, right-click on the desired area and click on the Clear Contents option from the shortcut menu. Or, select the cell and press Delete key. Autofill. If you enter a value that follows a pattern, then Excel will automatically fill the remaining characters of the series for you. This feature of Excel is called autofill. To enter a list of weekdays in a worksheet, follow the given steps. 1. Enter Sunday in B1. Place the mouse pointer on bottom right corner of the cell. It will change into a plus sign. 2. Click and drag the mouse pointer to cell H. 3. Release the mouse and the next 6 days of week will be displayed automatically. Flashback. Excel 2016 is a spreadsheet software that allows users to organize, format, and calculate data. Excel window has various components such as active cell, sheet tab, cell address, etc. Cut command is used to move a text from a cell to another cell in the same worksheet or in another worksheet. Copy and paste commands are used for copying and pasting a text respectively. Undo command is used when you want to cancel the last steps you performed in the worksheet. Redo command is used to repeat the last step you performed in the worksheet. You can delete a row or column, resize a row or column in MS Excel 2016. Autofill automatically fills the remaining characters of the series. Lesson 7. More blocks in Scratch. Scratch uses a block-based interface where users build programs by snapping together colorful puzzle-like code blocks. Children will be able to learn about motion blocks, sensing blocks, control blocks, variable blocks, operators in Scratch. Neha: Hey Tia, we have learned a lot about Scratch. Do you remember what blocks are? Tia: Yes, Neha. Blocks in Scratch are like building blocks for creating games, animations, and stories on the computer. Neha: Exactly. These blocks make the cat do different things in Scratch. Tia: Yes, Neha. I want to explore more about these blocks. Neha: Let's begin, Tia. Motion blocks. You have already learned to create simple scripts using blocks from various groups. You will now create complex scripts using the additional blocks from the motion category. Let us now learn more about motion blocks. Go to X, Y. This block is used to move the sprite to the specified X and Y positions. It is used whenever a sprite needs to jump from one position to another. Glide seconds 2. This block moves a sprite either to a random position to the mouse pointer or another sprite at a steady pace in the specified number of seconds. You can choose the required option using the drop-down menu. This block pauses another script running at the same time. Glide seconds to X, Y. This block moves a sprite to the specified X and Y positions in the specified number of seconds. Point in direction. This block rotates the sprite to point it in the specified direction. The default value is 90. It can be replaced by any number. If on edge, bounce. This block checks to see if the sprite is touching the edges of the stage, and if it does, it will make the sprite bounce back in the opposite direction. Sensing blocks. This category contains blocks that can be used to accept input from the user or keyboard. You can also use these blocks to determine the location of the mouse pointer, its distance from other sprites, and whether a sprite is touching another sprite. Let us learn more about sensing blocks. Touching. This block is used to check whether the sprite is touching the mouse pointer, edge, or another sprite. If it is touching, then the block returns true, and if it is not, it returns false. Distance 2. This block is used to report the distance of the sprite either from the mouse pointer or another sprite. Ask and wait. This block displays an input box and prompts the user to type the input. Once you enter the answer, you need to click on the blue tick to save your answer. Answer. This block is used to save the input typed by the user. It will save the most recent text input obtained using the ask and wait block. If the user has not entered anything, then it will hold nothing. Mouse X. This block helps to report the mouse pointer's current X position on the stage. Mouse Y. This block helps to report the mouse pointer's current Y position on the stage. Explanation. When the user clicks on the Go icon, the cat will ask, "How are you?" using the ask and wait block. The answer block is used to save the input, "I am fine," typed by the user. Control blocks. Control blocks are used to control a script. Let us learn more about them. If, then. This block is used to check for a condition. If the condition is true, the code inside it will run first and then the script will continue. If it is false, then the script will move on. It will ignore the code inside the block. The condition is checked once. If it is false while the script inside the block runs, then it will keep running until it has finished. If, then, else. This block is also used to check for a condition. If the condition is true, the code inside the if, then block will execute. If the condition is false, the code inside the else block will execute. Repeat until. This block is used to execute the code inside it in a continuous loop until the condition is true. Example 1. The following script shows how to use if-then block. Example 2. The following script shows how to use if-then-else block to animate the cat. Example 3. Variable blocks. A variable is a container for saving values in Scratch. It can hold only one value at a time. Values can be either text or numbers. Variables are generally used to save the score or properties of different characters in a game. Let us now learn about variable blocks. My variable. This block is used to create a variable. Whenever you create a variable, a version of this block appears on the stage with the variable's name. Each variable block has its assigned value. Set to. This block is used to assign a specified value to the variable. Change by. This block is used to change the value of the variable by a specified value. Show variable. This block is used to show the variable and its value on the stage. Hide variable. This block is used to hide the variable from the stage. Creating variables. Variables are created using Make a Variable button in the block palette. Steps to create a variable. 1. Select the variables block. 2. Click on Make a Variable button. 3. Specify the name of the variable in a text box and click OK. 4. The name of the new variable appears with a checkbox before it. When a variable is created by default, it is a global variable. It can be read and changed by any sprite. For this sprite, only this variable is created in the same way as global, but second option is selected in the variable creation dialog. This variable can only be changed by their owner but can be read by other sprites. Assigning value to a variable. The set block from the variables group is used to assign value to the variable. Example: in the following script, there is a variable, name, and the value assigned to the variable is Noor. Explanation: when the user clicks on the Go icon, the Ask and Wait block is used to ask a question like, "What's your name?" The Set block is used to assign a value as Noor to the name variable. The Show variable block will display the value assigned to the name variable, that is, operators in Scratch. Operators are symbols that repeat specific actions. For example, a plus sign is an operator that represents addition. The operators block used to solve mathematical equations. Blocks in operators block palette are light green in color. Some of the blocks in the operators category are as follows. Block, function. It performs addition. It performs subtraction. It performs multiplication. It performs division. It randomly chooses a number within the specified numbers. It tests for the greater than condition. It tests for the less than condition. It tests for the equal to condition. It shows the result true only if the two expressions are true. It shows the result true only if either of the expressions is true. It shows the result true only if the expression is false. It concatenates, combines the strings. It reports the letter at the specified position in a string. It reports the letter at the specified position in a string. Examples of operators block of code. Code, output. Flashback. Sensing blocks can be used to accept input from the user or keyboard. You can also use sensing blocks to determine the location of the mouse pointer, its distance from other sprites, and whether a sprite is touching another sprite. Control blocks are used to control a script. A variable is a container for saving values in Scratch. It can hold only one value at a time. Operators are symbols that represent specific actions. For example, a plus sign is an operator that represents addition. The operators blocks are used to solve mathematical equations. Lesson 3. Word 2016 Advanced Features and Mail Merge. Microsoft Word is a widely used word processing software that offers a multitude of features and functions. Children will be able to understand various features of Word, create document using various features, use mail merge to produce personalized documents. Neha: Hey Tia, do you know Word 2016 has more features apart from just formatting and editing text? Tia: Really Neha? What are they? Neha: We can check for spellings and grammatical mistakes in our document. We can even find a similar word for a particular word using thesaurus. Tia: That sounds helpful. Is there anything else? Neha: Yes, if you want to find a specific word or phrase in your document, you can use the Find and Replace feature. Tia, Neha, you are like a word wizard. These features will make our writing much better. Neha, thanks Tia. Word 2016 is like our writing helper. Let us learn about the advanced features of Word 2016. MS Word is an application software which provides features to type and modify text. MS Word 2016 makes it easy to use styles without having to know much about them. In this chapter, we will discuss some advanced features in MS Word 2016. Spelling and grammar. It is important to always check your documents for spelling and grammar mistakes before distribution. Fortunately, Word makes it easy. To run a spelling and grammar check. 1. From the Review tab, click the Spelling and Grammar tab. 2. The spelling and grammar pane will appear on the right. For each error in your file, Word will try to offer one or more suggestions. You can select a suggestion and click Change to correct the error. 3. Word will move through each error until you have reviewed all of them. After the last error has been reviewed, a dialog box will appear as shown. Click OK. Thesaurus. Using the thesaurus, you can look up synonyms and antonyms. To run thesaurus in MS Word, follow the given steps. 1. Click the word in your document that you want to look up. 2. On the Review tab, click Thesaurus. 3. To use one of the words in the list of results or to search for more words, do one of the following. To replace your selected word with one of the words from the list, point to it, click the down arrow and then click Insert. To copy and paste a word from the list, point to it, click the down arrow and then click Copy. You can then paste the word anywhere that you like. To look up for additional related words, click a word in the list of results. Find and Replace command. The Find and Replace command in Word allows you to search for target text and replace it with something else. Find command. To use Find command, follow the given steps. 1. Click on the Home tab. 2. Click on the Find option in the Editing group. The Find and Replace window appears. 3. Enter the word you want to search for in the box. Word searches for the text you entered and displays the result by highlighting the text in the document. 4. You can click the Close button to clear the search. Replace command. To use Replace command, follow the given steps. 1. Select the Home tab. 2. Click the Replace option. The Find and Replace box appears. 3. In the Find What text box, type the word that you want to replace. 4. In the Replace with text box, type the word that you want to replace it. 5. Click the Replace option. Page orientation. The page orientation by default is set to Portrait. Portrait means you will see the page in a vertical order. Landscape means the page will be displayed in a horizontal order. To change the page orientation, follow the given steps. Step 1. Click on Layout tab. Step 2. Click on the Orientation option on the Page Setup group. Step 3. Click on Landscape option. Page size. Page size depends on the type of printer you use with your computer. To change the page size, follow the given steps. Step 1. Select the Size drop-down arrow on the Page Setup group in the Layout tab. Step 2. Select the page size as per the requirement. You can also specify the page sizes by clicking the More Paper Sizes option. In the dialog box, you can select the page size in the Page Size in the Paper tab. You can observe the changes in the Preview section and click on OK. Margins. MS Word allows you to set the margins on all four sides of the document. The default margins are set to 1 inch from top and bottom and 1 inch from left and right. To set margins on your document, follow the given steps. 1. Select the Layout tab. 2. Click the drop-down arrow under the Margins option. 3. Select the type of margin. 4. Then click OK. In the same way, to change the top and bottom margins, drag the pointer on the vertical ruler. You can also specify the exact measurements of the margins. Step 1. Click on the Layout tab. Step 2. Click on the Margins option on Page Setup group. It will display a list of margin sizes. Step 3. Select from the predefined margin size from the list. Paragraph formatting. Paragraph spacing means the amount of space above or below the paragraph. To use this option, follow the given steps. Step 1. Select the desired paragraph. Step 2. Click on the Paragraph dialog box launcher on the Paragraph group in the Home tab. A dialog box will appear. Step 3. Select the Indents and Spacing tab. Step 4. Select the spacing to be added before and after the paragraph in the Spacing option. Step 5. Click OK. Mail merge. Creating multiple letters and emails and changing the recipient's information for each letter and email can be a tedious task. Mail merge feature allows the user to create multiple letters and emails for different recipients at once. Let's go through the steps to create a mail merge document. How to start mail merge? To start mail merge, follow the given steps. 1. Open the Word document that contains the letter. The information of the letter should not change from letter to letter. 2. Click on the Mailings tab. 3. Click on Start Mail Merge option drop-down arrow. 4. Click on Letters. Nothing happens on screen, but Word sets up for mail merge. Creating a mail merge document. 1. Select Letters and then click Next Starting Document. 2. Use the current document and then click Next Select Recipients. The address list can be in an existing file, such as an Excel workbook, or you can type a new address list from within the Mail Merge wizard. Select Use an existing list and then click Browse to select the file. Locate your file, click Open. Select the worksheet that contains the list, then click OK. Editing Recipients List. To edit Recipients List, follow the given steps. 1. Click on Edit Recipients List option. The Mail Merge Recipients window appears. This area lists all the people on your mailing list. To sort the list, click the heading of the column you want to sort. 2. A check mark beside a person's name indicates that Word will create a personalized letter for the person. To add or remove a check mark, click on the box beside a person's name. 3. Click on OK. Click Next, write your letter. To insert recipient data, place the insertion point in the document where you want the information to appear. Choose one of the placeholder options. In our example, we'll select Address Block. Using Address Block. To use Address Block, follow the given steps. 1. Click on the location where you want the inside address to appear in the letter. 2. Click on Address Block option. The Insert Address Block dialog box appears. 3. Click on the format for each recipient's name. You can preview the format here. 4. Click on OK. A merge field representing the address block in the letter appears. 5. Click on the location where you want the greeting to appear. 6. Click on Greeting Line option. The Insert Greeting Line dialog box appears. 7. Click on these areas to specify the greeting format. A preview of the greeting appears in the text below. 8. Click on OK. Click Next. Preview your letters. Click Next. Complete the merge. Click Print to print the letters. If you want to print all of the letters, the current document, or only a select group, then click on OK. The print dialog box will appear. Adjust the print settings if needed, then click on OK. The letters will be printed. Flashback. Using the thesaurus, you can look up synonyms and antonyms. The Find command enables you to locate specific text in your document, and Replace command helps replace the text. Page size depends on the type of printer you use. Portrait means you will see the page in a vertical order, while landscape means the page will be displayed in a horizontal order. Lesson 2. Word 2016 Tables. Tables help us to organize information neatly and make it easier to compare different things. They present data in columns and rows and make information look more organized and easier to read. Children will be able to add tables in a document, add or delete rows and columns in a table, edit and format the table, merge and split cells in a table. Neha. Hey Tia, we are now very much familiar with MS Word and can format our document with different styles and by adding pictures. Tia. Yes Neha, I love inserting pictures. Neha. Now we are going to learn about tables in MS Word. Tia. What are tables, Neha? Neha. Tables are used to present data in rows and columns. We can use them to organize information neatly, like making lists or comparing things side by side. Tia. That sounds cool, Neha. How do we do it? Neha. We'll learn how to make tables, add rows and columns, and put information in them. Tia. I am excited, Neha. Let's make some tables. Tables are useful for various tasks, such as presenting text information and numerical data. In Word, you can create a blank table, convert text to a table, and apply a variety of style and formats to existing tables. Table. A table presents the data in a structured way and helps to compare and analyze information. For example, the students' lists with their details can be arranged in a table in a grid of rows and columns. Row. A row is a horizontal arrangement of data or information in a table. In a row, data is placed next to each other in the straight line. Column. A column is a vertical arrangement of data or information in a table. In a column, data is placed above each other in the straight line. Cell. The intersection of a row and a column is called a cell. Inserting a table. To insert a table, follow the given steps. 1. Click the Insert tab on the ribbon. 2. Click on Table. 3. Highlight the number of columns and rows you'd need by hovering the mouse over the boxes to select the number of rows and columns. Or 1. Click Insert Table. 2. The Insert Table window appears. Type appropriate values in the number of columns and number of rows boxes. 3. Click OK. Selecting table, row, column, or cell. There are times you want to select a single cell, an entire row or column, multiple rows or columns, or an entire table. Selecting an individual cell. To select an individual cell, move the mouse to the left side of the cell until you see it to turn into a black arrow that points up, and to the right click in the cell at that point to select it. Selecting a row. To select a row in a table, move the cursor to the left of the row until it turns into a white arrow pointing up and to the right. Selecting multiple rows. To select multiple rows this way, drag the mouse down over the other rows once you have selected one row. Selecting a column. To select a column, move the mouse over the column until you see a black down arrow and then click to select that column. Selecting the multiple columns. To select multiple columns, hold the mouse down when you click in the first column to be selected using the black arrow cursor and drag over the other columns to select them. Selecting an entire table. To select an entire table, move your mouse over the table until you see the table selection icon in the upper left corner of the table and click on it to select the table. Editing a table. Editing refers to entering data, inserting additional rows and columns, and deleting existing rows and columns in the table. For entering data in a table, place the cursor in the cell you want to add data. The first row can be used for specifying column headings. You can move through the cells using the arrow or tab keys from your keyboard. Inserting a row. 1. Position the cursor in the table where you want to insert a row. 2. Right-click and select the Insert option. 3. Click either the Insert rows above. 4. A new row will be inserted. Inserting a column. Step 1. Position the cursor in the table where you want to insert a column. Step 2. Right-click and select the Insert option. Step 3. Click either the Insert columns to the left or Insert columns to the right option. Step 4. A column will get inserted at the desired position. Deleting columns or rows. Step 1. Position your cursor in the row or column you want to delete. Step 2. Select the Layout tab under Table Tools. Step 3. Click the Delete button in the Rows and Column group. Step 4. Select either Delete columns or Delete rows. Merging cells. Sometimes you may require designing more complex tables. You may need to join two adjacent cells or divide a cell into two or more cells. MS Word provides us with Merge Cells option to combine two or more cells and Split Cells option to divide two or more cells. Steps to merge cells into a single cell. 1. Select the cells you wish to join. 2. Select the Layout tab. 3. Click the Merge Cells option to join the cells. Splitting cells. Steps to split a cell into two or more cells. 1. Place the cursor in the cell that you want to split. 2. Select the Layout tab. 3. Click the Split Cells option to divide the cell. A Split Cells dialog box. 4. Specify the number of rows and columns into which you want to divide the cell. 5. Click OK to split the cell. Applying table styles. Once you have created a table, MS Word allows you to apply various styles to the table to make it appear more attractive. Steps to apply table styles. 1. Select the table. 2. Select the Table Design tab. A list of table styles appears. 3. Click the drop-down arrow to view the entire list of table styles. 4. Click the desired table style from the list. The selected style will be applied. Flashback. Combining two or more cells in the same row or column into a single cell is called merging. Breaking up a single cell into multiple cells in a table is called splitting of cells. Table is a grid of rows and columns. Table Styles is an inbuilt facility of Word 2016. Table Tools tab includes the Design and Layout tabs. Merge Cells and Split Cells button are present in the Merge group. Lesson 4. Advanced Features of PowerPoint. Animation and transition effects are features in Microsoft PowerPoint that enhance the visual appeal and engagement of slides. Children will be able to applying animation effects, applying slide transitions, adding media clips, adding action buttons, adding objects. Neha: Hey Tia, do you know that we can enhance our presentation in PowerPoint with animations and transitions? Tia: Animations? Transitions? What are those? Neha: Well, animations make text, pictures, and shapes appear or move around in our slides. Tia: That sounds fun. How do we do it? Tia: Wow, what about transitions? Neha: Transitions are like the way one slide changes to the next. Tia: Next, so our presentation will be more interesting now. Neha: Exactly. We can make it fun and interesting. Tia: Thanks, Neha. I can't wait to try this in my presentation. Neha: You are welcome, Tia. Let's get started. Applying animation effects. Content that we add on a slide is called object. You can make these objects move, grow, fade, or change their color while showing a presentation. This can be done by applying animation effects on the object. There are 4 types of animations. Entrance. These animations are used to control how the object enters the slide. Emphasis. These animations occur when you left-click. Exit. These animations control how the object exits the slide. Motion paths. These are similar to emphasis effects. Expect the object moves within the slide along a predetermined path. Follow the given steps to apply animation effects. 1. Select an object. 2. Click on the Animations tab. 3. Select the desired animation. 4. Click on Effects option. 5. Select the required effect. The required animation is applied to the object. Tech Corner. You can add multiple animations to a single object on the slide. Applying slide transitions. Slide transition is a way of applying an animation effect to the entire slide. This decides how your slide will appear on the screen while running the slideshow. There are 3 categories of transitions. Subtle. These are basic transitions. They use simple animations to move between slides. Exciting. These are more complex animations to transition between slides. Dynamic content. In this, if 2 slides have similar layout, then it will move only the placeholders, not the slides. To apply transition effects to a slide, follow the given steps. 1. Select the slide on which you want to apply the slide transition effect. 2. Click on the Transitions tab. 3. Click on the drop-down arrow to see all the available effects. 4. Select the desired transition effect. Adding media clips. PowerPoint allows you to insert various media objects such as audio or video clips in a slide. Inserting video or audio clips makes it more interesting and engaging. You can add background music or sound effect to your presentation. To insert an audio to a presentation, follow the given steps. 1. Click on the Insert tab. 2. Click on the Audio option to insert an audio. 3. Select Audio on My PC option. 4. Select the required audio file. 5. Click on the Insert button. 6. The audio file will be added to the slide. To insert a video to a presentation, follow the given steps. 1. Click on the Insert tab. 2. Click on the Video option to add a video. 3. Select the option Video on My PC. 4. Locate and select the desired video file, then click on Insert. 5. The video will be added to the slide. Adding action buttons. An action button is a shape or an image that can be set up to perform some action. It can be used to connect to a web page, file, or another slide. It can also be used to play a sound or exit the presentation. You can click on the action button in the slideshow view to start the action. To insert action button to a presentation, follow the given steps. 1. Click on the Insert tab. 2. Click on the Shapes option. 3. Select the required action button group. 4. Drag and place the action button to the desired location. Action Settings dialog box will appear once the action button is placed on the slide. 5. Select the Hyperlink to option. 6. Expand the drop-down box. 7. Select the required action to be performed when the action button is clicked. 8. Click the OK button. The action button becomes clickable when the presentation runs as a slide. Adding OL objects. OL, object linking and embedding objects are files such as documents, graphics file, or video file created using an external application that can be added into an application. PowerPoint allows us to use OLE for importing data such as spreadsheet, text, chart, drawing, formula, etc. from Office applications. Into the presentation, it allows us to create a link to the source file so that it is easy to edit the data just by double-clicking on it within the presentation. You can create a new OLE object or you can insert an existing object. To add a file in the presentation, follow the given steps. 1. Click on the Insert tab. 2. Click on the Object option. 3. Select the Create from File option. 4. Browse the file that needs to be added to the slide. 5. Select the desired file. 6. Click on the Open button. File path will get added. 7. Click the OK button. Flashback. Animation, a process where images are manipulated to appear as moving images. Transition, the process of changing from one form to another. Media means of communication. OLE objects, an external file such as document, graphics file, or video file that was created using an external application. Content that we add on a slide is called object. You can make these objects move, grow, fade, or change their color while showing a presentation using animations. Slide transition is a way of applying an animation effect to the entire slide. PowerPoint allows you to insert various media objects such as audio or video clips into a slide. You can add background music or sound effect to your presentation. An action button is a shape or an image that can be set up to perform some action. It can be used to connect to a web page, file, or another slide. Action buttons can also be used to play a sound or exit the presentation. Lesson 6. Algorithms and Flowcharts. Algorithms and flowcharts are two important tools used in computer science to represent and design processes, procedures, or problem-solving methods. Children will be able to learn what an algorithm is, the rules for creating an algorithm for a task problem, the advantages of an algorithm, what a flowchart is, symbols in a flowchart, creating a flowchart from an algorithm, the advantages or disadvantages of a flowchart. Neha: Hey Tia, do you know what an algorithm is? Tia: No Neha, what's that? Neha. Well, an algorithm is like a set of instructions to solve a problem or do something. It's like a recipe for making a cake or a map for finding your way. Tia. Oh, I get it. Like a step-by-step guide? Neha. Exactly. And you know what's cool? We can show these instructions in a flowchart. Tia. Flowchart? What's that? Neha. A flowchart is like a picture that shows the steps in the algorithm. It uses shapes and arrows to tell you what to do next. Tia. That sounds fun, Neha. Can you please explain the concept in detail? Neha. Sure, Tia. Let's begin to explore more. Problem solving. Problem solving is the process of identifying a problem, developing step-by-step instructions for the identified problem, and finally implementing it to get the desired output. Algorithms. An algorithm is a step-by-step instruction given to the computer to solve a particular problem. It is defined as a sequence of instructions that gives the desired results when executed. An algorithm provides a logical and structured way of solving a problem to the computer. The order of steps in an algorithm is important to get the desired results. Algorithms can be converted into high-level language programs that the computer can understand and execute to give us desired results. To solve any problem, you need to analyze and understand the problem and then find the best solution to solve it. Need for an algorithm. Writing an algorithm is considered the first step to solve any problem. Once the algorithm is ready, we can perform the task by following the step-by-step instructions. If the algorithm is correct, the task will be performed correctly. So, the purpose of using an algorithm is to increase the reliability, accuracy, and efficiency of getting the desired result. Advantages of an algorithm. 1. Algorithms are the stepwise representation of a solution to a given problem, which makes it easy to understand. 2. Algorithms are not dependent on any programming language, so it is easy to understand for anyone, even without having a programming knowledge. 3. An algorithm works by following a definite procedure made up of inputs. This helps in getting the desired result. 4. Each step in an algorithm has a logical sequence that makes it easy to debug. 5. By using an algorithm, the problem can be broken down into smaller pieces or steps. This makes it easier for a programmer to convert it into an actual problem. Tech Corner. A logical sequence includes a sequence of instructions that are designed to be executed one after the other. Characteristics of an algorithm. 1. The steps in an algorithm are accurately defined. 2. The results of each step are unique and only depend on the input and the result of the previous steps. 3. The algorithm always stops after a finite number of steps. 4. The algorithm receives some input and then gives the output. 5. The algorithm clearly states the input to be taken from the user, processing to be performed, and the output desired by the user. Creating an algorithm. Example 1. An algorithm to make a sandwich. Step 1. Get the description and details of the cooking recipe. What ingredients do you need to make a sandwich? Cheese, tomato, and bread. Step 2. Make the sandwich by grating the cheese, slicing the tomatoes, buttering bread slices, placing the tomatoes and cheese slices on the bread. Step 3. Follow the steps to make sandwich. Cut the tomatoes into fine slices. Grate the cheese. Toast 2 slices of bread. Put cheese on the bread evenly. Place the tomato slices on the bread. Keep the other bread slice on the top and the sandwich is ready. Step 4. Eat the sandwich. Example 2. Consider an example where you have to come back from school. Normally you would board the school bus and it will drop you home. Sometimes your mother would come to pick you up from school. An algorithm for coming back home by bus. Step 1. Wait for the bus in a queue. Step 2. Get on the bus. Step 3. Get down at your bus stop. Step 4. Walk down to your house. An algorithm for coming back home with your mother. Step 1. Wait for your mother at the school entrance. Step 2. When you see your mother entering the school gate, draw her attention. Step 3. Pick up your bag and walk out of the school gate with your mother. Step 4. Get into a taxi and tell him where you want to go. Step 5. Guide the taxi driver to your house. Tech Corner. Sometimes in an algorithm, we need to follow a different set of steps based on a condition or repeat certain steps till the condition is met. Example 3. An example of an algorithm for printing numbers from 1 to 20. Step 1. Store an initial value of 1 in X. Step 2. Increase the value of X by 1. Step 3. Print X. Step 4. If the value of X is less than 20, then repeat steps 2 and 3. Otherwise, go to steps 5. Step 5. Flowcharts. We can also show the steps of an algorithm in a graphical form. The graphical or pictorial form of an algorithm is called the flowchart. A flowchart provides a detailed picture of the flow of the steps in an algorithm. It uses special symbols to represent various statements of an algorithm. A flowchart is always drawn from top to bottom, showing the exact order of steps. It is often considered as a blueprint of the design used for solving a problem. While drawing a flowchart, we need to do the following. 1. Identify the input and output. 2. Identify the steps of the process. 3. Draw a flowchart using appropriate symbols. Flowchart symbols. In a flowchart, each operation is represented using specific geometrical symbols. These symbols are connected to each other by arrow lines to show the flow of a sequence of operations. The most common flowchart symbols are flowchart symbol, geometric shape, purpose. Ellipse. Start or end box. It is used to indicate the starting or ending point of the process. It is used at the beginning and end of the flowchart. Parallelogram. Input or output box. It represents the input and output of the process. Rectangle. Processing box. It represents the actual processing part of the flowchart, such as calculation. Diamond. Decision box. It is used to check the condition and compare two values. A diamond shape always contains a question. The next step in the sequence is based on the answer to the question, which is either yes or no. Arrows. Flow line. It is used to show the flow of logic from one process step to the next. Circle. Connector. It is used to show the continuation of a flowchart from one page to another. Rules for drawing a flowchart. Some of the rules to be followed while drawing a flowchart are given below. 1. The requirements for drawing a flowchart should be listed out in a logical order. 2. Every flowchart should have starting and ending points. They are represented by a start symbol and a stop symbol. 3. The decision box has only one entry point but two exit points. One exit point shows the true condition and the other shows the false condition. 4. The normal direction of flow in any flowchart is from top to bottom or left to right. 5. Only one flow line is used to connect the start and stop symbols. 6. If a flowchart occupies more than one page, then off-page connectors should be used to direct the flow of information. Fact Corner. One-page connector. The pairs of on-page connector are used to replace long lines on a flowchart page. Off-page connector. An off-page connector is used when the target is an another page. Advantages of a flowchart. 1. A flowchart supports better understanding by explaining the steps in the form of pictures. 2. It identifies the order of steps and makes it easy to implement as a computer program. 3. The flowchart acts as a guide or blueprint during the analysis and development phase of a computer program. 4. The flowchart helps to analyze a problem in a more effective way. Disadvantages of a flowchart. 1. Many a time, the program logic becomes too complex. In such a case, the flowchart looks long and difficult to understand. 2. When a program needs changes, its flowchart needs to be redrawn completely. 3. It is quite costly to produce and difficult to use and manage a programming language that enables the development of a program. Example 1. An algorithm and a flowchart to find the sum of two numbers. 1. Start. 2. Accept the value of first number and store in variable a. 3. Accept the value of second number and store in variable b. 4. Add the values in a and b and store the result in variable sum. 5. Display the value in sum. 6. Stop. Flowchart. Explanation. In this flowchart, start and end symbol shows where the problem-solving flow starts and ends. We need to draw a flowchart to add two given numbers. First, identify the given input. In this problem, inputs are the two numbers a and b. Accepting values of a and b are represented by parallelograms. The next step is to add the numbers, which is called processing in computer terms. The details of the processing is represented in a rectangle. The next step is to write the result of the addition, which is output in computer terms. This is also specified in a parallelogram. An arrow points from one step to the next step in the flowchart. The arrows show the flow of the problem-solving process. Creating decision-making flowchart. Example 1. Flowchart to find the profit or loss using the decision box or a given cost price and selling price. 1. Start. 2. Accept the value of cost price and store in CP. 3. Accept the value of selling price and store in SP. 4. Check whether SP is greater than CP. If yes, calculate profit as SP minus CP and then print it. 5. If not, calculate loss as CP minus SP and then print loss. 6. Stop. Explanation. In this flowchart, we have to find the profit or loss. The cost price and the selling price are inputs that are represented as parallelograms. In the next step, the selling price is compared to the cost price to find out which of these is higher. This will tell us whether there is a profit or loss. The answer to the question is selling price more than cost price. Could be either yes or no. This decision-making step is represented using a diamond symbol. If the answer is yes, it means that the selling price is more than the cost price and we need to calculate profit. If the answer is no, it means that the cost price is less than the selling price and it is a loss. Loss is calculated as cost price minus selling price. Repeating instructions in a flowchart. Sometimes we need to repeat instructions. For this purpose, we use loops. A loop is used to repeat instructions a number of times until the specified condition is met. While using a loop, a counter is required. A counter is a variable that is used to count the number of times a procedure is repeated. It can be named as x, counter, and so on. When the variable is declared, it is initialized to a value. The value gets incremented and decremented during the execution of the loop. Fact Corner. A variable is a name assigned to data. Its value keeps changing during the execution of a program. It is incremented and decremented as per the requirement. Representing loops in a flowchart. To represent a loop in a flowchart, if the condition is true, the flow line goes back to the decision box after executing instructions. The value of the variable used for checking the condition also needs to be changed so that the condition becomes false at some point. When the condition becomes false, the loop ends. Example 1. In this example, the even numbers are calculated between 9 and 100. Flowchart. 1. Start. 2. Initialize variable I is equal to 10. 3. Write I in standard output. 4. I is equal to I plus 2. 5. If I is not equal to 98, go to step 3. 6. Stop. Explanation. The repetition sequence starts with I is equal to 10. The condition I less than equal to 98 is checked. If the condition is true, the sequence is repeated and I is incremented by 2. The repetition sequence stops when the value of I becomes 98. A decision structure has been used to start and stop the repetition. Example 2. An algorithm and a flowchart to print the multiplication tab number. 1. Start. 2. Accept a number and store it in the n variable. 3. Store an initial value of 1 in the count variable. 4. Calculate n multiplied count and store it in multiple. 5. Display the value of multiple. 6. Check if the value of the count is 11. If yes, then go to Start. 7. If the value of count is greater than 10, then add 1 to count and go to step 4. 8. Stop. Explanation. In the above example, the repetition sequence starts with count is equal to 1. N is multiplied with 1 and the output is printed. Since the value of count is not equal to 11, count is incremented by 1. N is then multiplied with 2 and the output is printed. This sequence is repeated until the count reaches 11. A decision box is used for calculations. Flashback. Step-by-step instructions should be given to the computer to solve the problem. Problem solving is the process of identifying a problem, developing step-by-step instructions for the identified problem, and finally implementing it to get the desired results. An algorithm is a step-by-step instruction given to the computer to solve a problem or perform a task. An algorithm provides a logical and structured way of solving a problem to the computer. Algorithms can be converted into programs written in a high-level language that the computer can understand and execute to give us desired results. Each step in an algorithm has a logical sequence that makes it easy to debug. The graphical or pictorial form of an algorithm is called the flowchart. A flowchart provides a detailed picture of the flow of steps in an algorithm. It uses special symbols to represent various statements of an algorithm. A flowchart is always drawn from top to bottom, showing the exact order of steps. A loop is used to repeat instructions a number of times until the specified condition is met. To represent a loop in a flowchart, if the condition is true, the flow line goes back to the decision box after executing instructions.